But for some strange reason, the Greens believe that to save the planet, you've got to be a socialist. Bizarre stuff. I know, communism not dead. It's been playing possum since the Berlin Wall came down. Just pretending it was dead and gone. But it was just playing possum. What do you think? 131873. Kids get extra rights, screams the headline in the Daily Telegraph. Teachers forced to act like police after court ruling. Teachers could be forced to warn students as young as 10 about their legal rights before counselling them after a remarkable court decision. I think you're going to have to reach for your stemetil. There, one hand on the pistol, the other one on the stemetil bottle. A 14-year-old boy who confessed to his teacher that he robbed a service station and stabbed the attendant has been acquitted after the district court refused to allow the teacher's statement into evidence because he had not cautioned the boy. I kid you not. So this is in our get-out-of-jail-free file. It's in our children liberation file. It's in just about every file in the cabinet. It could change the way teachers and students relate to each other, according to the Teachers Federation President, Bob Lipscomb. This is potentially very serious for teachers, he said. Teachers are expected to provide advice, assistance, and counselling to young people on a daily basis. And during the course of that, turn to page 4, many things are disclosed to teachers. Most are fairly insignificant, but often there are matters discussed that are quite significant. In such cases, teachers have never been advised that they can only act on information if they've previously cautioned the student. Believe it or not. Here's a guy that apparently stabbed somebody, so, looking at a life term for attempted murder. Yes, it's just as bad as murder. Just because the victim doesn't die doesn't mean you're a better person for having stabbed them and just missed the heart. Come on. Yeah, that's extraordinary. 14-year-old boy, almost a man, probably the size of a man, and a really serious charge. District Court says, nah, can't have the teacher's evidence. Whew. Yeah. The boy has been acquitted, even though he confessed to it. This is unbelievable stuff. I think teachers should carry those little pens or watches that record everything that's going on around you. You can get them recording sound or video as well. The Federation is taking urgent legal advice. Mr. Lipscomb said no teacher in the course of their work would caution students in the way this case states. Clearly the teacher did think he was doing the right thing and acting responsibly. The history teacher, who cannot be named because it may identify the 14-year-old student. Yeah, wouldn't you like to know who it is? So you can stay well clear of him, at least outside stabbing range. Was also the boy's year advisor. And the Telegraph doesn't know how to spell advisor. All right, maybe they don't have a spell checker, or worse than that, maybe they have an American one. Don't get me started. There's not enough stemetil to go round. Soon after the boy enrolled at the high school, mid-term last year, the teacher asked him about how his previous day had gone, whether he'd be returning this year. The boy said it depended on the outcome of his upcoming court appearance. He said, I held up a servo and stabbed the attendant. But the police have nothing on me, the boy said, according to Judge Helen Murrell. The teacher spoke to the principal, who urged him to talk to the juvenile justice officer, who'd helped the boy get a place at the school. The police were told. The teacher made a statement. The boy's lawyers argued that he was not issued with a caution and that telling police was a breach of trust by the school. Believe it or not, whose side are these lawyers on? Too often they're just not on the side of justice, although they're defined as officers of the court. I think we have to make a few changes, don't you? That is really, that's top of the list in the stemetil file. And for those who've just tuned in and may be wondering what that's about, stemetil, among other things, is designed to take care of nausea, and I think you have to get a prescription for it. And if you hear these stories, if you read them, you may suffer nausea. And maybe it's nothing internal at all. Maybe it's just the way the place is being mismanaged that's making you feel sick.